Hello everybody and welcome on today's video. Today we are going to repot this field maple. It's a root over rock tree, and well, you cannot see the rock of course because the rock is buried under this part of substrate, but in previous video you can see it. So I was watching the latest video I made about this tree, and I remembered that I thought that it would be a little better if I tilted this tree, and if I just changed the front instead of this, it could become something like that. But well, of course everything will depend on how the rock is presenting itself, how the root do. So first thing, get the tree out of the pot. I must say I've been looking forward to this. The tree was repotted a year and a half ago, and well, you're always wondering what's going on with these roots, because of course in every bonsai the roots are extremely important, but in this case it's root over rock, so roots are really a very important part of this composition. So well, we see quite a lot of roots already, so that's good. But one day of course I will have to get rid of this plastic surrounding and expose the roots. So yeah, might be today. Okay, this is a foam piece with raffia that I use to push the roots against the rock. A few big rocks, roots I mean, sorry. Another thing that I saw in the video was that I inserted two air layers of this tree, but I feel that only one survived. And it was supposed to fuse here and here, but there is still no fusion, so won't be able to remove this. Okay. So that's one thing. I think I better remove the tree from the pot. So you have quite a nice root mat here. And I will continue to clean this up. Until I see the rock and the roots. So I'll be back in a few seconds for you. So I think we have a good view on the root ball, and some of the parts of the rock are already appearing, and I'm still combing all the substrate out. Tons of little roots, that means that the tree is healthy, but most of these fine roots will probably not be used, because in a root over rock plantation we need bigger roots, bigger and stronger roots, and the feeder roots should come under the rock, or at least at the lower part of the rock. So that's the tricky part with these rock plantations. It takes ages before you even can start the tree. That's why they are so expensive when you buy them. Lots of people complain that bonsai can be very expensive. Well, that's, yeah. You never pay the plant. You pay the person that is been working on this plant for all these years. But if you don't want to pay a lot of money, you have to start your own tree, and that's the purpose of channels like this one that you can find on YouTube. There are tons of it, where patient people explain what they do, and it's always a joy to watch what others do. And while I'm babbling, well, we're slowly getting there. Okay, so I see roots, I see the rock, I see the raffia. So I think I'm going to take my scissors and get all this raffia off, which will of course result in a better view on what's going on. Like so. There's a little foam. Lots of raffia. Where is it coming from? Oh. Well. Got it. I think all the raffia is gone now. Okay. Most of the soil is removed now with this chopstick, and I feel like I will have to do a little wash now. So I'll be back. I think it's obvious there are lots of roots. It's not completely cleaned out, but this is what I want to graft here. See, when I move this branch, these roots are moving also. So it is good, but it's a whole lot of roots. On the other hand, I grafted this root here, and that's doing really well. It's standing on its own now. So with all these roots, I think it might be possible to put the tree in another pot. I prepared a few. I'm not going to let you choose, because, well, I need to repot this, of course, today. So I made a little camera mistake. So I have this pot where I will try to could try to put this tree. It's a very small pot, so maybe it's not enough for this tree. And then I have this one. It's well, just a clay pot, no glaze. Might be okay. It's not very deep. This one's a little deeper. It's blue, it's glazed. That might be interesting. It will surely give the tree a little more soil. So I think I could go with this one for this year. Or I have a green one. Which isn't bad at all. The blue might be a better contrast, I don't know. It's a little softer, the blue one. The edges are a little softer. I think I'll go with this one. I can tilt the tree a little more and give us a nice view on the roots. But I will not take this as a front, because then the tree becomes straight. This gives a nice movement. Yeah. So I'm going to plant this tree in this pot, and then see how I can rearrange the roots. So I'm going to prepare the pot now, just putting the drainage screens in it. You can fix them, you don't have to. I know myself, and if I don't fix them, as soon as I start moving the tree to position it, well, most of the time the screens are going from left to right, so it's really not a whole lot of work to do this. And now a small layer of thick lava for good drainage, and then we are going to position the tree. So of course this is important. I'm gonna add a little fine lava with pot ground, maybe give a final combing at the roots before I start. I think it's going to be completely impossible to get all these roots next to each other, but I'm going to try anyway. It's important to untangle them. Because we don't want roots growing up the tree, they should grow down. And since a whole lot of these roots will now be exposed to the air, I don't think that the small ones are going to make it. But that's part of the game, I think, when you do a rock planting. And it's good because it's the stronger ones that will survive. So this is quite an important moment for this thing. Well, I have a whole lot of big roots, and if I really want, I can try to help some of these smaller ones by just keeping them moist. And I might use this plastic if I want, and remove it in summer. But for the time being, I think I'm going to see what I have and what I can do with it. So this looks good. There's a root mat under this rock, and I don't think I'm going to cut off a lot of these roots, maybe just a little portion. And this way, I think this will be much better. Yes, this looks good. Okay, so this is the pot, and now, well, I have to put the tree in the pot. So I'm coming behind the camera to see what should be the front. Okay, watch out. So I think that this looks nice. You have a nice view on the big roots. I can put this one under the ground, so that's nice. We have a whole lot of new roots here. It's from this other tree. If I do it like that, well, I have a nice view on this part of the rock and on these roots, so that's not bad. I think the angle is okay. I'm gonna turn it. That's not bad too, the other side. That's quite interesting, in fact. Okay, why not? I have a very big root base here. Nice roots here. Nice roots here. I think I might just change the front. How about that? That's not bad. The only thing is that the top is coming a little in the back now, but this is really easy adjustable. I made a graft here. It will be completely useless then. The wound is hidden. There's a wound here, but not too bad. This, no. This, I don't know. This is the original front. This might become a new front. I don't know. Well, anyway, it's not big of a deal because I can always change it later. Well, maybe I go with my first idea and then, well, in a year or two I have to repot this tree and I can look at it all summer and see what I can do and what will be best. So I think I take this as a front and just fill it up with soil now. Why not? Yeah, I'm still in doubt. Still in doubt. Problem is I got used to this side and I cannot honestly think. I don't know, the root base is really great and the rock is looking good. With this as a front, let's turn it in the pot to have a look. The problem with this front, I think, is that the tree starts very straight. So if I put it that way, well, there's no rock here. So maybe no. Just do it as I thought. Okay. There will be lots of other possibilities in the future. So let's add some soil, etc., fill this up, and then we'll have a look at the next step. The tree is repotted and I must say I kind of like it. I'm going to put the camera a little more in the back. So this should give you a better view on the tree. I think it's okay. It's not completely sorted out where I want it. But as you see, the problem we have now is that we have nice little roots here, but these are not reaching the soil. So they are going to die, that's obvious. A whole lot of these little feeder roots are going to die. So maybe I must use the plastic surrounding, see, same here, for another season. But first I will have to press these roots against the rock, and maybe I can just make it a whole lot better by being patient one more year. So I'm going to give the tree a good watering so that the roots are nice and clean, and then I can see what I must do, and then we will fix the roots against the rock and add the surrounding. But it will not be as deep as it was before because, well, the pot is not that deep. It's quite a difference. See, 1 or 2 centimeters. No, well, 2 or 3, I think. So I'm going to give the tree a watering, clean this mess up that I made here, and I'll be right back.